Once you know this, you can move on. Hey, I am Chuck, the bureaucrat, and there's something you need to know. You will never overcome self-doubt. I mean, you might have a period of time where you're flying high, you're the king of the world, and it might last a day or a week or a month. But eventually, self-doubt is going to come back. And that's okay. It's normal. Heck, if it didn't happen, I'd start to worry about you. And once you realize that you can never permanently overcome self-doubt, well, then you can free yourself from trying. And more importantly, you can focus on developing the skills to achieve the next level of competence. I actually learned this when I was watching Forrest Griffin coach on The Ultimate Fighter, and he was just full of fascinating insights. Like, you've probably heard some version of positive thinking that goes like this. Just imagine yourself up on that podium and they're hanging the gold medal around your neck. Or visualize yourself breaking through the tape at the head of the pack. Now, I am a power of positive thinking kind of guy, but Griffin points out at least two ways this advice goes wrong. First, the examples that people use are almost always cases where it's just a matter of doing a task faster or better than everybody else. But that's not real life. Real life is direct, interpersonal competition to get the power to control the outcome of events. And I know, a Pentagon conference room is a far cry from the octagon, but it can still leave you with a kind of self-doubt that no amount of positive thinking is going to soothe. The second point about visualization that I took from Griffin is that too often people visualize the win, but they don't visualize the comeback. They visualize beating their opponent, but they don't visualize the more difficult situation where they're getting beaten and they have to find the warrior spirit to come back and win. I mean, nothing is going to put self-doubt back in your heart like reversals and setbacks. And if you're not ready for them, you're going to be surprised when they show up. So rather than trying to create some unobtainable world where you're free from self-doubt, realize that it's your constant companion, maybe even your guide as you move through the Pentagon. And realize that this is true for everybody. I mean, everybody who you meet. You know how there's that creepy old public speaking advice about imagining your audience in their underwear? Well, there's a deeper truth to that advice. That's how people feel. They feel exposed. They feel like imposters. They feel a crushing sense of self-doubt, and they are desperately struggling to free themselves from it. And now that you know the truth about yourself and everybody else, you can use that knowledge to your advantage. You want to know something else that's going on everywhere but absolutely nobody talks about? Check out this video.